DME. So what is a DME? So DME stands for Data Medium Exchange. Data Medium Exchange Engine, and this engine we require to send again the information in an electronic form to the bank. Here we have seen the IDOC, it carries the data. So this also carries the data. And why it is required if we are already using IDOC? Because in some countries we need to follow some compliance. So in order to follow that compliance, we need to use this DME output file. So in this, we'll be getting the output in the form of DME. We have seen that we have the output so that we have recently generated it in the form of IDOC. Okay. So
Okay.
sometime you may be given a task that okay, client is already using the IDOC. Now you need to replace it with the DME. So how to do it? For that, we need to first of all know that whenever we are going to create a DME file, so we need to create a structure, and where we'll be getting that structure. So for that we have one transaction code DMEE. So we can run the transaction code here, DMEE. So SAP has given us some standard structure we can use. We can create our own structure. So here I'm going to copy, and after the copy I can make some changes in the structure we have created. So here we need to give the tree type. The tree type, DME tree type we need to mention. So for the automatic payment program, when we are using the DME file, we will be using the tree type as M. So let's see. Here we have the tree type. Go down. It is PayM. You can just see data medium exchange we have for the automatic payment program. So select it. And if you want to see the formats we have already in the system, press F4 key. It will show you all these are the formats available. If you want to view what type of information it carries, so here let's see this SEPA City credit transfer, this one SEPA City 113. So that is the standard one. And let's display. Click on the display option. We have the change option also, but let's see display. So this is a structure we have. In the structure you can just see here it is going to give you the system information like the document info. Like here we will be having a DME tree. Under this DME tree, system is going to give you the information that this output file, DME output file has been generated under which format, under which tree type, then what is the documentation. So that is what we have here under the DME properties. Then you need to go down. So we have the group header and we have the payment information. So if you go to the group header, it will show you the header of that output file. It will be carrying a message ID. Like if you observe in the IDOC also, system is just showing you one payment ID. The same way here we will be having a message ID. Then we will be having the output file date and time, so that system will show you. Then the format if you want to change, so that can also be done. Number of transaction we have processed, what is the sum of the transaction, then what is the initiating party. So that is the information we can maintain under. Actually these are the nodes we have. So under each of the nodes we will be getting some information. So you come out from this group header information node and you go to the payment information. In the payment information again you can just see we have been given the option for the payment information ID. Then we have the payment method. Again we have the number of transaction, what is the sum of the transaction. We have the payment information. So here in some of the countries we need to give the code under the payment information services. It is the service level. Then for that service level, what is the code? So it is to be confirmed by the bank. Accordingly, we can maintain here. Then after that, we have the processing date when this has been processed in the system. Then we have the debtor information. Debtor information means your client information. So we need to give the client ID from where system will picking picking it from your company code ID. Okay. Then we have the address, we have the country. If you want to add a new node, you want to remove the node, so you will be able to do it. Then we can go to the sundry creator, sundry account. So in the sundry account, we can mention the IBAN number if it is. Otherwise, we can keep it as a blank. Currency we can mention. Then we can go to the debtor agent. Actually, some of the nodes are not applicable. So like here we can just see we have the big code. If in the master data for your FI12, if you have given the big code, then obviously system is going to pick the big code or Swift code. If it is blank, then obviously in the output file it is going to be blank. Then after that we have the chargeable branch. So maybe some information we need to maintain here. Now you can just see at the bottom we have the another main node, that is the creator information. So under this creator information, we will be getting the information about our vendor. So what is the payment ID under which the payment has been made? Then what is the end-to-end ID? What is the instrument ID? So that instrument and the end-to-end ID we can have here. Then after that, we can just see the amount. So what is the amount we have, in which currency we have processed? Then we have the creator agent bank. So we need to have here the creator's bank information. What is the big code for the creator's bank? Then we have the creator account number. What is the name of that creator or vendor? Okay. Then we have the vendor account detail, IBAN if any, and then we can just come out. So that is the node we can just see. Now what we'll be doing? So we'll be creating one SAP tree, this DME tree from the existing one, and we can just see if we are able to generate the output file. So how to do this? For that, we can just copy this one, Sapacity, that is a DME tree file we have. So go back.